shortly after about 8-ish, just so I can finish watching TV before I start getting sleepy.
It's all
I'm I'm
good.
I know that's
I'm
right.
old.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey, we all are, man. Don't feel bad.
It's all good, brother. It's all good. All
Yeah.
right, I got everything set up. I might as well start. What's up, everybody? This is Aaron Redmond, and this is like my family and friends
After about
coming together.
just so I can
Hold on for a minute, yo. Hold on for a minute. Hold on for a minute. It looks like I got the volume on. I got to put that volume off on the you. Okay, now we're together. I'm Aaron Redmond. This is my live YouTube Zoom meeting that I like to have with family and friends, and you're invited. And I'm grateful to have you, yo. Today's topic is men versus women. How come we don't get along all the time, yo? You know what I'm saying? Is the language different? Do we believe in different things? Are we on the same tip, or are we just floating one direction in another direction? I don't know. Is it according to which man you're with or which woman you're with? I don't know. Oh, you want to say something now? Go ahead, man.
I want to say something. I want to get this started off early. I think in the beginning of relationships that between men and women, I think sometimes men as well as women, we have unrealistic expectations. Me being a guy, it's easy for me to say, women have more unrealistic expectations than men. But sometimes in the beginning, women think that some women, before I get myself in trouble in my own household, I think some women decide like, hey, you know, for a guy, for this relationship to work, this guy has to have, you know, making this salary. He has to look like this. He has to be built like this. He has to have this thing going for him. And the reality is, there's like same way, there's no perfect woman out there. There's no perfect man that's going to meet every one of those criteria. So if you're going out there in the dating scheme, be it mid 30s, mid 40s, whatever, looking for that, you know, trying to check off all these boxes, the reality is that situation just doesn't exist. That perfect person, both men and women, of course, not saying you have to settle. I'm just saying that sometimes, especially beginning relationship, people are ready to bail because let's say four of those five checklists are met, but then that fifth one be it, well, he's not doing this right, or he's spending too much time at work. You know, brother's trying to hustle and get things done, but it's like, oh, he's working too much. He's not giving me enough attention, and so that's why I said, oh, I just lost one of my lights.
It's all good.
All
We can still see you.
Good. All right. Kitchen light back on. Good. So like I said, that's just one of my opinions, not to hog up too much of the time. I have some other things too, but I'm gonna pass the mic for now.
Oh, you got plenty of time. Ain't nobody here. Just two people. But I ain't gonna put you on the spot. Look,
You can put me on the spot if you want to.
Yeah, we know about you. I love my woman, man. I do. And but one of I think the real problems that a lot of people have is like, what do you expect from your man or from your woman? You know what I'm saying? What do you expect? Why are the expectations so high all the time? You know what I'm saying? Or why are they so one-sided? Like I've been one-sided for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if it's because of what I want, but I think that if you don't explain what you're looking for when you see somebody and talk to them and want to develop a type of relationship, that you run into trouble because your expectations and what a person's willing to put up with are two different things, man. And sometimes people think they're willing to put up with something, but they're not. They're not. They're not willing to put up with anything, especially if they don't like certain things about you already. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm particular. I'm looking for a wife. I want a wife. I don't want a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? I've done girlfriends for 40 some years, yo. All right, man. It's time. Look, I'm getting older. Things are getting more serious, and I think it's time. I think it's time for us to make a change. You know what I'm saying? to make a change. So I'm thinking maybe one of the changes could be a conversation, a real conversation, you know what I'm saying, about expectations, things you don't like, experiences you had. Is it good to bring those experiences into the next relationship? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Excuse me, Don. How much do you think that both men and women both, how much do you think our previous relationships damaged our current ones? Because by the time you're in your late 40s, you've got about 30 years of dating under your belt. And so a lot of times people bring that damage from the past. I mean, there's still people getting over what happened to them at 18. So it's like, how much does
You
that
know what it
affect?
is?
What's that?
It's the red flags. Like, since you dated for so long, you start seeing the same red flags that you previously saw, and you think that those are actually red flags, and they might not be at all.
Good point.
You know what? It's the red flag. You see the red flags, but if the beauty's
what if
cute
they're not?
enough,
But what if they're not truly red flags? What if they're just miscommunications? Like what I might do, the last person might do the same exact thing, but I could have done it differently. Like for instance, you might see me talking to a woman, but don't know who that woman is. But because of previous relationships, you saw that same person, they were cheating with that person. That person could be my sister. It could be my cousin. It might be a friend. But because you think that's a red flag, it might be a problem. Because like it's some men out here that have female friends. Genuine female friends. There's no sexual background at all. But to some women, that's a red flag. He has too many female friends. Why?
Yeah, I don't like women with too many man friends. There's a lot of women out there with a lot of male friends who give them a lot of bad information because they're trying to get the coochie. Whatever she say is right, man. Whatever she say is right. They be like, yeah, I don't understand that either. They know exactly why. You can't trust people, man. Look, when a woman has a lot of male friends, I notice that a lot of times they cuckoo, man. They cuckoo for cuckoo puffs, man. Because they always need someone who can justify anything that comes out their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Anything.
Well, here's the thing.
I got you. Because a woman can't be wrong. That's the worst part of it. A woman can't be wrong, And, I don't know. Yo, what's up, man? What's up, Dre?
Yo, what's up, man?
Nothing, man.
I'm gonna get right back to you in a minute when they calm down.
All right. Yo, your friend is trying to get on. She's having a hard time. Can you help her out? Yeah, somebody's trying to have a hard time getting on. What is it?
All they need is the link and a password, and that's it.
Yeah, I know. Irene Vega's having a hard time.
Who? Irene?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Give me a second. I'll get her. Give me a second. I'm gonna get off real quick. Give me a second.
Yeah, Roy just never got on. The audio just kept going. I don't know what that was about. But anyway, man, that's really how I feel about it, man. Don, I think one of the problems that I have is the kind of woman that I usually have. You know what I'm saying? I like crazy people, man. I like girls with problems. That's my problem. But it's all good. It's all good. Life will change for everybody. Everybody makes mistakes. I'm 53, man. I can grow up a little bit too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say everything is the woman's problem, but you know what? A lot of times women are crazy, y'all. For me, anyway. I can't speak for y'all because both of y'all married.
Mm-hmm. I think. I also, where are you looking for this special person at?
Nowhere. They just bump into me. And I'd be like, hey. On the way to work, on the way to a restaurant, far from, you meet them anywhere. It's not like I'm in the bar talking about these they don't know what, it ain't like I'm in the bar doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I meet these people just walking. just walking. You know what I mean? So I had me a couple of girls that you know, they were like very happy with me. But somewhere along the line, they were like, you don't seem as passionate as you used to be about me and all that. I'm like, what?
How long were you in a relationship at that time?
Look, like 3 months, yo.
Wow. Wow.
Not even that long.
You ain't tripping over yourself by now for me? Well, you don't want me then, huh?
I'm like, it's already bad. It's already bad, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm just happy that I'm in my life right now. I don't have nobody, and it's kind of easy. Nobody. Look, when I go to do something, I don't have to tell somebody nothing. You know what I mean? Look, if I want to leave the house any time of day, I can just leave. You know what I mean? If I want to just stop and go to New York, I can just go somewhere and just catch a train. And you know what I'm saying? I can do whatever I want. That's good freedom. It's fun. Christy, my man.
What is up, buddy?
What's up? Yeah. So
listen to you, bitch.
Huh?
Listen to you, bitch, about women.
Yeah, I'm bitching. I love them, though. I love them. But what you going to do?
Absolutely, bro.
What you going to do, right? You know, I was watching this guy, man, talk about like the issues of women and men today and why we aren't getting married as much. And he make a lot of sense, man, because whenever those women come over there, it sounds like they want what they want, but they don't care about what the men want. It's weird.
That's not true.
It's weird, but I don't know.
That's not true.
Who's talking? Who's talking?
That's Roy. That's Roy.
Not true. That is
Roy.
not true.
In your face, Roy. If you want to start sounding off, you got to be shown.
What the heck it was, right?
Oh, Lord. I'm about to mute you. No excuses.
When it starts with what had happened was, that ain't good.
You know what I'm saying? You're about to get the mute on.
Why? Why am I getting the mute?
Because you ain't showing your face. Show your face. How you going to talk all that? There you go.
You're right. Hello.
See?
Hello, gentlemen. Hello, how are you? How you doing?
How you doing?
It's the light-skin delegation. How you doing, light-skin delegation?
Oh, my God. Fuck all these light-skinned people.
That's a little inside joke.
but since you got something to say, go ahead and say it now.
Okay, so that is not true. That is not true.
All right, that's nonsense. So I'm muting you now. You can't even say All right, Roy, I just wanted to pick on you. Go ahead. Speak for yourself. Don't speak for all women, though. I'm going to ask y'all. Go ahead.
Let me say on my behalf, that is not true. I care greatly about how a man feels because, you know, that is the problem with women. And listen, I'm a woman all day, every day, 150,000%. But as a lot of women don't get and don't understand is we expect y'all to be these strong, caring, you know, protective type of men. But we also forget that y'all have just as many feelings as we do because growing up, we're always taught that men are to be the providers, to be the protectors, but we never seen our fathers or our uncles or the men in our lives show any emotion. So that is what we're expecting our men to show up as, not having any feelings or emotions. So that is what we think that we're not to expect from y'all, when in all actuality, that is not true. That's why I say what I say. I understand that men have feelings. I want you to show your emotion. I respect you more if you do.
Boy, you got somebody now?
Yes. Yes.
What he got to say about your understanding that we have emotions, yo?
Listen, honestly, he appreciates the fact that I respect him that way. We have very, very, very good communication, but in the beginning, it wasn't like that. We had to grow to learn each other. That takes time. It takes time.
So you
So I
like
hope
them
to learn.
enough, you like them enough to have some patience and just say, you know what, maybe I should, listen a little bit.
No, I listen a lot, actually.
You listen
Believe
a
it or
lot?
not, I listen up. I do.
You rare.
I do. I am a
Rare.
rarity.
Very rare.
And I don't argue. I don't argue. I
Get
don't
out
like
of here.
to argue.
You don't, hold on for a minute. I'm gonna have to mute you on that one. You'll die. Does she argue back?
Nope, she don't. She
She
don't.
don't?
She doesn't. She don't. She let you have it. She'll let you have it, man. She'll let you have it. Until you figure out that you're wrong, she'll let you have it.
You are the bomb, yo.
She's a unicorn.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Unicorn. That shit don't, look, that never happened in my life yet. That never. My woman usually think for me. They tell me what I'm thinking. I never had that. Yeah, but do you have anything else? Because we're gonna get back to you, but I want other people to say something. You know what I mean? We only go for about an hour or more. And I'm gonna come back to you, but you can always chime in on anybody who got something to say, all right?
Okay.
All right. I'm not even gonna mute you, yo. I'm not even gonna mute you. I'm gonna talk to my man Eric, because I ain't see Eric in a long time, brother. How are you, my man?
I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah?
Yeah. My beard ain't quite as impressive as yours, but
Hey, Money, what's up, bro?
what's up, Dre?
It is an impressive beard, yo. That's myself. One day I woke up and I saw it, and I was like, you know what? I got something out of being sick as hell and not being able to shave, yo. It looked pretty good, man. It looked pretty good.
I just keep it.
Hey, what's up, crew?
Same. Yeah, but how you doing with that, man? What did your woman listen to you? Does she not?
100%.
Which way?
She does.
I wasn't sure.
He's like a man scoring like 100%.
That was a whole man answer. 100%.
She can't hear me.
Yeah. So do you ever argue with them? What's the hardest part about being a man that you have with dealing with your woman, man? What's the hardest? It might be something small and stupid, but it's something that you think is important.
Oh shit. It's probably the hardest part is trying to when you're thinking like a man, you have to keep the woman's perspective in mind.
Oh my God, that's your whole. You know what, man? When I have, it seems like that's all I think about is the woman's perspective when I'm with somebody, because I know that if I don't think about it, I'm gonna hear about it. I'm gonna hear about it. It's gonna hurt too. But that was
be careful you don't lose yourself in the meantime.
Yeah, man.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, for sure. Look at Roy's face. She wanted to say something. She's gonna let us have it today.
Yeah.
She's just listening. That's nice. That's nice, Roy. Thank you, Roy. Are you done, Eric? You want me to move on?
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Yo, who's Elfie New York, man? I don't know these people.
I think it says Ellie.
Is it Ellie?
Is that Ellie?
No, it says Elfie.
It says Elfie, man.
Look at your old ass.
Unmute yourself. I can't hear you.
Unmute yourself. There you go. Go ahead. How are you doing, Dom?
I'm good. How you doing, Aaron? How are you today, Aaron?
You know what? I'm doing all right. I'm doing very well, Elfie. I'm doing well. Who's that dude next to you? I don't know who he is. Who him?
So he claims to be an Eagles fan.
That's Irene and Jeff, bro.
This is Jeff Cook.
They can speak for themselves, Andre. They can speak for themselves. I know who it is. Hello, ladies, gentlemen. Hello, Jeff. How you doing, brother?
Oh man, I'm hanging. I'm blessed and highly favored, brother.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So
Amen.
so why didn't you get on with your own phone, man? Why y'all using one thing? Are you on a computer or something? What you doing?
No.
I sent him the link. I don't know.
That was what
That's
that
the whole
was.
men versus women. See, I
Yeah,
made it
so
easy for him,
you don't have to
but he
be
chose
right
to
next
make it difficult.
Hey, listen, I'm on this call because of you guys. But to be honest with you, man, you know, with my last week, I really have. I was debating on whether or not to even show my face in here, man. Yeah, me and my wife just split this weekend, so you know, I'm bitter and I'm trying to get better.
Well, tell us some bitter shit, yo. I ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, listen, man. You know, I bless her all the way, man. Bless her all the way.
You better do.
And I'm thankful to see you guys and girls. Thankful to see you guys.
It's good to see you, brother. So,
Yes, sir.
do you want to speak on anything? You know, things that communication problems to women. You know, what's your problems with women, man? Go ahead. Don't be scared.
He just split up.
I ain't scared.
That's not fair, man. Because he just said what he said, man.
What I'm trying to do is be politically correct and actually follow, you know, the love in my heart and not actually succumb to the evil.
Listen. You don't have to talk about your wife, right?
No. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I won't be talking about her, but
yeah.
in terms of you know, specifically, you know, just thinking about, you know, this communication thing, there was no communication, you know, and I've had a challenge with that. So, sorry. Wow.
You communicating the shit out of that salad.
Oh, wonderful.
Y'all eating somewhere. Where y'all at?
Having sushi.
You having sushi?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Get the hell off my channel, man.
Y'all can come. Come on down. There's plenty for everyone.
Oh, it's too late for me. I'm going to bed after this. Yeah. So Jeff can't really speak right now because he's in his emotions. He got things to do. He got to be safe right now. And I appreciate that, Jeff. So so you know, you can always chime in if you want, but how about you let your friend right next to you have her say it, since she's the one who was on here originally, you know what I'm saying?
Go on, Irene, what you got to say?
Hi, everyone.
All right, Irene, what you got to say about these damn men, yo?
All right. So what was the question again? What do I have to say about what?
It's men versus women, right? It's men versus women, and if you got any complaints or any solutions or whatever you want to talk about men that bothers you or make you feel good, whatever, say what you got to say now.
Me, about men is that, I don't know, sometimes I feel it's like, how stupid do you honestly think I am? Do you really think I am that dumb? It's like, does this work with other women when you are running lines? You know, I have recently become single this year.
Okay.
And I have been hearing all kinds of random crap. And it's like, you really expect me to fall for that? It's like, I was born at night, but not last night. Like, am I coming off as desperate? Like, I don't know, like, help me out here. Because, you know, I'm the type of person is I reciprocate what I feel. You know, so if I feel it, I'm going to reciprocate it. And I'm in all the way. I'm your ride or die. But then it gets to the point where it's like, oh, you're my ride or die, so I could treat you any type of way. And it shouldn't be like that. And then all of a sudden you realize you go from the ride or die to the no longer enough. You know, so
I've been there. I know that.
Like,
I know
you know, I just feel like I got to the end of the book and I missed a few chapters.
Wow, I like that. Wow.
Missed a few chapters. You know what? Now that you say that, I think the same way about a lot of women. But you know, it's because you date men and I date women. You know what I'm saying? So we have a different perspective. But I'm gonna be real honest, man. It seems like women, they're just very happy with women, but not so happy with men. You know what I'm saying? Like I've dated a lot of women who have a lot of girlfriends. It seems a lot of girlfriends, and it seems like sometimes when she would walk through the door, I didn't know who I was talking to. Like it sounded like someone else was talking. Like they were using phrases, and and you could tell when I could tell when it's your girlfriend or when it's you talking. You know what I'm saying? And I one of the things that one of my problems with women is like they let their girlfriends run their life. Like it seems like you're not even going with me. We're going with your girlfriend. You know what I'm saying?
That wouldn't apply to me because I haven't had any friends. Like I didn't socialize or go out. I was the housewife, the mom, the worker. I didn't have time to socialize with friends. So that wouldn't apply. So, I mean, my bad that I made the family my whole universe for over 20 years. But meanwhile, I was just a star that just burnt out.
Oh.
So you're not used to dating no more. That's what it is. You know what? When you're not used to dating anymore, you don't have those. You don't have the relationship thing. That you're not used to relating to the other opposite sex like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look who used his own phone.
Yeah, I know, right?
So he come on here like that.
Oh, well, you say not used to dating. Yeah, I haven't been dating. I haven't been dating. This year, I'm enjoying being single.
Yeah, I hear it.
Because I realize it's been decades since I've been single. I've had a habitual habit of going from one relationship into the next. And this year is just about me finding myself and doing what I want. And what makes me happy.
What makes you happy?
Reconnecting with friends and being able to go out and doing stuff on the whim, and I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just being myself, authentic self. And I just realized that I want to be seen now, whereas prior, I didn't want to be seen. I would walk around with my head down. I barely made any eye contact. I wasn't happy in the situation I was with. And now it's like, here I am, world. This is me. You don't like it? Oh, I don't give a fuck.
Yo, you can't do that. This is YouTube Live, so you can't be fucking cursing on my joint, yo.
I'm sorry. I apologize. But you want the truth, that's the truth.
I'm with you though. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. Like, since I've been like not messing with anybody, it's peaceful, yo. It's just so peaceful. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even think about a girlfriend right now. It's so peaceful. I'm almost prefer this more than the type of dating that I do, because usually I'm dating somebody who looks okay, but they're crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that they weren't crazy. They were crazy before I met them. So basically, I'm doing the grab. I'm the one making the choice. I'm grabbing them.
Why are you gonna say they're crazy? Maybe they're just passionate.
No.
You're misinterpreting passion.
No, this passion, and then it's just you just throw the hell off, y'all.
You need to find yourself an ugly woman.
Yeah. I've tried that too, yo. Let me tell you something about that. Now that you say that, it don't matter how they look. It doesn't matter. They all say the same stuff. They all think that kind of They, you know what I'm saying? When I
The
the
men
women,
all say the same stuff
so
too.
I know it's me. So I know it's me. I know I'm picking. There's some trait about that woman over there. Big butt, but there's a trait over there that makes her worthy of my attention, yo. And I know that it has something to do with what
Hold on. Is it a trait or a physical attribute?
Everything plays this role, man. Shut up. Anyway.
Oh man.
Yeah. Look.
Check it out. Eric, do you think you're looking for damaged women?
Hold on, where am I looking? Hold on, is that Rob?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do I think I'm looking for damaged woman?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can tell you there are times when I know that a woman was a little too good for me because she seemed too together.
Oh, yeah.
I know it. I've done it. I've walked past women that stared at me a little too long, and I'd be like, nah.
You say that you want a woman that's independent and has her stuff together. So then when you find one, are you terrified of getting what you want?
Hold on, I gotta find out who that is. Who's making all that noise? Is that you? All right, go ahead, Irene, go ahead.
All right, Irene, we didn't hear you.
Yeah, I had to mute Tony because he's doing something.
Who's talking right now?
Look, go ahead, say it again, Irene. I was loud as hell.
Hold on.
Is it me?
I don't know who it is, but I'm going to mute everybody. Jeez. All right, go ahead, Arlene. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I'm saying, but men say that they want a woman that has her stuff together, independent, not always relying. But then when you find that, you just said, "Oh, that's scary." That's like the catch-22. So, is it our fault that what you say you want and what you actually want are two different things? Because when you get what you want, you realize, wait a minute, maybe I don't want this.
My thing is, it's nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. You just got to learn who you really are. You know what I'm saying? First, you got to learn who you really are, and then pick someone who can fit that. See, I often believe that if I pick someone who's kind of like me, that I'm going to fall into some weird situation. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be right, but it might be the right thing. It might be the wrong. I don't know. But I know this, I like women, and when a woman comes around, all she got to do is look the right way, and I'll talk to her. Now, it's according to how right way she looked, the one I'm going to put up with. I'm just being honest, y'all. If she looked the right way, it's according to how right way she looked. And if she looked like, if she looked...
What is the right way?
What is the right way? You keep.
I'm sorry. Ass and titties, all right? Ass and titties, yo.
Ho! How I walk into ass and titties? Settle down. My husband can't be on this kind of podcast. Baby daddy, get your ass up here.
No, I gotta mute this one. She getting too loud. She got
You can't say ass and titties.
Yo, you asked me, I'm gonna tell you the truth, yo.
Period. That's women. Listen, a crackhead can have ass and titties. Is that what you want? You gotta be a little bit specific. Not generalized. You can't.
That is the beginning of the relationship. Ass and titties is the beginning of the relationship. Now I have to talk to you.
But nowadays, when a woman can buy those, does that change who she is?
What?
So nowadays, a woman can go into a doctor's office and purchase those ass and titties.
I'm a natural dude. I like natural.
I'm just saying, if you're going by the look right, you won't know until you feel it's right.
I watched a lot of pornos. I pretty much know.
You don't know till you know.
I've never ran into the fake because I always said, nope, that's fake. I ain't doing it. Nope. I like it natural. I like it hanging and swinging, baby. Just so you know. Just so you know. But, I'm going to stop talking. I feel like I'm starting to alienate the room a little bit. Which one was that?
This is a little bit.
I'm going to leave them alone. But I'm going to let...
Oh, good.
Andre, damn thing.
So Trenda?
Unmute yourself, Trenda. Unmute yourself.
Hey, family, how are we?
Hey, how you doing? Everybody say hi, Trenda. Hi, Trenda.
Hey.
Hey, what's up, girl?
How's it going?
Everything's good.
Good.
All right, enough of that. Men versus women. Let's get to it.
Ooh, wait a minute. What happened?
Oh, yeah? It's men versus women.
Men versus
women. Okay.
I'm going to do you a favor, Trenda. I'm going to mute everybody, then I'm going to unmute you because, there's a lot of noise going on. And now I'm going to let you go. Go ahead, Trenda. Unmute yourself and go ahead.
What is the conversation? What's the topic? I'm coming in late.
Well, I know you came in late, but it's not ass and titties. That is not what it's about.
Thank God. My husband was going to get in a lot of trouble if that was the conversation.
The conversation is men and versus women. Like, okay. Why is there a disconnect?
Oh, well, because somebody has to win the argument. And I think that's what it is. Nobody is honestly listening to each other, and everybody wants to be right. No, everybody wants their point of view to be heard, and somebody has to lose in that. And depending on the person, egos just won't let it be. Sometimes it has to be a give and take. It doesn't always have to be a winner. But if we can agree to disagree, I think we can make forward progress and move forward. But that's not the reality. I've been married for 21 years. Sometimes he wants to be right, and sometimes I want to be right, and we hit that lock. We're at a standstill, and we're angry. We don't talk, we don't speak, we don't touch. It's a serious thing until I generally bend and just go with the, you know what, it's just not worth it. So you just kind of make those compromises. But I find 95% of the time it's the woman making those compromises because you men are very stubborn.
I'm just going to say this, and I don't want anybody to take it the wrong way, but aren't y'all supposed to compromise with us a little first? Don't men supposed to take the lead, yo?
I will smack your beard. It's not about taking the lead. And listen,
I had to mute her after that because that violence. All right, I'm gonna unmute you. I'm gonna let you calm down. Calm down. Don't mess with the beauty, baby. And I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead. Okay, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
I respect the hierarchy of marriage. I really do. And I allow my husband to be the man that he is supposed to be in our marriage. I don't have a problem with respecting the hierarchy of marriage, but there also has to be a respect for my role as well. And it's not just, oh, he's the man, he's supposed to lead. I can let him lead and I can also follow, but in the times where he's weak and he's unable to stand up, I can still hold my husband up, still give him his props, but also still be strong in what I need to do in our relationship and for our family.
See, that's what's up. That's why y'all still married.
That's why we're still married. Plus, I'm the compromiser in here, because if I stood head to head with the bull I got in here, it'd be terrible. But I'm a little bit more understanding of my role and how to make my husband be a man, but not have to compromise what I feel and my beliefs as his wife.
See, that's what's up. See, that's good. None of your sisters like that, yo.
Oh, well. Listen, this is my walk. I got to run my race for me and my household, and everybday else got to run theirs for theirs. It's just the truth. There are times when I want to walk away, I get angry, I get frustrated, but then I also have to understand again, the way the thing is set up, you cannot expect your man to be a man if every time you turn around, you're emasculating him. And I think that's part of the issue with a lot of women. But again, a lot of women had to step in and play the role of a man when their children's fathers didn't step up, mine included. You know, for a very long time, I raised my son by myself until I met Donald. So in those roles, I had to be mom, dad, and everything else. And some women, when they're put in that position, they have to play man. It's hard to let your defenses down and let a man step in and be a man when you're so used to playing that role. So it takes a lot to have to humble yourself, step back, and allow that man to be a man, to carry the family on to what it needs to be. And then that child has to transition into seeing his mom go from being so strong to letting this man take over. That child can be resentful as well. So it's a lot of steps and moving pieces to that. But if you don't have the mental capacity to put those pieces together, things fall apart. And then that woman is left alone again. She's left broken again. The kids are left broken, and everybody has to pick up the pieces.
That's true. That's true. I've been in a couple of relationships. You know one of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I really regret that it didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? But I think that there was a communication problem, and you know, it was like she wanted me to let her be in control, but didn't do anything to control. You know what I'm saying? There was no cooperation. That I wanted to marry this chick, but there was no cooperation, and it seemed like everything was a fight, from her kid to her family to her friends, and I remember one time when we finally broke up, and she came to see me one time, and I was like, so what was the real problem? And I remember her saying, she said that my family wasn't close enough to me. You know what I mean? Like, she wanted a big old family close to her. And I'm like, if my family was close to me, they would have hated her. You know what I'm saying? They would have really hated her, man. And I think that sometimes, when we don't get what we want, or get that ideal of what we want, we tend to sabotage.
But I think honestly, we're all sold a dream. What we're offered is not reality. We look at TV, we look at what we think should be the standard of the American family: white picket fence, 2-parent household, these amazing jobs. And again, we were sold a lie. That's not reality. Our parents, did the best that they could, but we didn't see a lot of that brokenness until we became parents and became adults ourselves and realized, wait a minute, somebody sold me a dream. I'm waiting for this guy to walk up with this ring and this house and this dog and these kids. And then we living in the 1 bedroom and it's tight and we struggling. So I really think we're sold the dream, and when reality hits us, a lot of us can't make it. We mentally break down, like, this is not what life is supposed to be. Here kicks in depression. Here kicks in sadness. Here kicks in all these different things when we can't cope with the life we thought we were supposed to have versus the life that we have. So sometimes you really have to hone in on who you truly are and accept where you are. Everybody's not going to be a doctor. If you're cooking fries in a McDonald's, you make the best damn fries you know how to make. Everything starts with integrity, honesty, and learning how to love yourself. And I think we fail in general of lack of self-love. You look at what other people have. When you don't have it, you're jealous, you're envious, and then you become this terrible person, and then you like you said, self-sabotage. And once the self-sabotage starts, everything around you is miserable, and everything is inside of you is just miserable.
You said a lot. And I agree with, surprisingly, all of it.
Whoa, two for the women, ladies. 2 for the women. We on it.
Well, to be honest, we did touch upon.
Look. I'm gonna let 2 guys go. Who want to go? Who want to go next? Andre, Don. Well, just since that's Don's wife, we're gonna let Don go next because he just said something. Unmute yourself, though.
Don't get him beat down.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to mute her. She got. So what's up, Don? What you got to say? What was you saying, man?
I said let Dre go next, man.
Let Dre go next? Okay, I'll mute you, man. All right, go ahead, Dre. Unmute yourself, Dre.
All right, can you hear me now?
All right, go ahead, man.
All right, well, I put it like, I think when like what Trin was saying, you come in with expectations, but sometimes I think it's based a lot more on the family, how the family is with each other too. Because what I noticed with my daughter's mom, like the sisters was all seemed like in competition with each other. What made it crazy, because I remember when I was with her mom, she was like, I had them all in competition, which I thought was crazy because that put them against each other. And I remember her telling me, what was it, that her one sister didn't want to get with me, even though I work for the city. She's like, well, you should go with a doctor. It was a whole bunch of craziness, but Hagar. But the thing that would kill me was she was talking about the house and how they should do this and this. And then I see what you're talking about, Aaron, with other women and other people's and other girl in your girl's head. And I had to tell her, I was like, are any of your sisters married like you? No. I said, all right. Do they have a house? Any of them own their own house? No. I said, so why are you keep letting people telling you what you should have and what you should be? I said, are you happy? Yeah, then that's all it should be. You know what I mean? So that was like, that's one thing. And another thing is like, sometimes like there's like, I don't mind letting a woman walk beside me in a relationship, but she will never walk in front of me. She will never be the leader. Like that. I'm a man. I'm not gonna have that. But am I gonna treat her like a queen? Yes, because you don't treat the person who's trying to help you too to become the better you by just treating them bad. It'll never work.
So when you see a woman, you see her as a helpmate, like somebody that should be there, not the leader, but someone who should be helping the family dynamic between the both of you to get to wherever you're trying to go.
Yeah, because like if they know something I don't know, they be like, well, what do you think about it? I'm like, well, I really don't have any ideas because you do it, I don't. So I'll say something, but you need to take the lead because I don't know anything about it. You know what I mean? So I don't have pride like some men like, oh man, well, you know what I mean? Even though they don't know jack, but they're gonna try to tell a woman about something that she already know. You know what I mean? So like for me, like certain things I'm gonna listen to and I'm gonna just follow the lead. You know what I mean? But sometimes too, I think with some women, they've been, I think, with like past relationships or just, I don't need a man. I'll do my own thing. I'll do this, that, and they get that attitude, like, no matter how things go down between you two, F you, I'll just go on. I'll meet somebody else, and I think that's a lot of problems. And some of them just couldn't. The ones I ran into, just a few, they just couldn't be wrong. Well, with the two marriages, couldn't be wrong. So, I made sure they wanted to go. Both of them wanted to go see a marriage counselor. I made sure they were both women. When it was both of me, it was okay. But when it was their turn, then all of a sudden they didn't want to go no more. They said it ain't working. The lady don't know what she's talking about. And that's when I said, okay, that was it for me. I said, I'm getting divorced. You know what I mean? Because the last thing I wanted was my daughter to think that was a regular type of marriage. Arguing, right? And I never had a woman ever hit me before. So that was kind of new. I always thought growing up that women don't hit men. You know what I mean? Like, that's the men thing. So when they said the man hit him, I was like, yeah, that MF, you know what I mean? He probably a battered. But I never knew women were batteries, though. You grow up, that's all you would see on TV, men beating up women, right? But never saw the opposite, you know what I mean? So when that happened, that was kind of crazy. So, my whole aspect about women changed after that, like a whole lot of stuff. But then again, I know too, when I was 18 working at the IRS, the women, when they talk about the dudes, they would just talk about any old thing and tell each other everything. So I learned a lot at the IRS too. But I think so much about relationships is the communication. Like Trina was saying, like someone has to always be right, and it's just, and I think some people just gotta have it their way all the time, or they want to be in charge instead of working together. They got to be in charge, and I think a few of my women that I was with, that's what it seemed like to me. But then I had some that was good, but distance or the bedroom didn't work out, so I couldn't work it. Even though
you had them good, but the bedroom didn't work out.
Yeah, man, she's the greatest woman I've ever been with, but Some things I needed in the bedroom, she just couldn't. She just wouldn't do. So we couldn't agree on that. So I just had to let it go. You know what I mean? Because I think it's all right to give up certain things, whether it's bedroom, outside the bedroom, but you can't give up things that make you that you can't live without. Because once you start doing that, then you'll start to lose yourself in a relationship. Then it'll be all about them, and then you'll lose yourself. And then at the end, you'll start to get angry, or you'll start to not care. You know what I mean? And you gotta stand up for yourself for things that you can't live without, or you will not have, period. Because once you start giving that up, you'll start losing yourself. You'll start not so much hating the person, but won't care. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
then the love will go. And then after that, you're just like, why am I even here? So you in a relationship, I think you cannot give up the things that you have to have, whether in the bedroom or out the bedroom.
So let me ask you a question, Greg. Let me ask you a question. Are you just single for life now, or what?
Pretty much. I feel that's probably how it's going to be. I mean, if I meet someone and it's good, then I'll get married again. I don't care. You know what I mean? If they're good to me. But right now, I don't know. Like, it's this. I think for more or less the women I meet, like trying to date or something like that, seem like they all just like they want something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know whether it's like something like they don't. To me, it's not coming like what can we give each other. It's more like what can you do for me. You know what I mean? So when it comes to like relationship type things, you know what I mean? So I think I'll just probably be single until the day that I find someone that I really want to be with, and then that we can meet on each other. But some I have met, but ain't no way I'm leaving Philly, and they're not leaving where they're at. You know what I mean? So, but for the most part, you know what I mean? It's either hasn't been like a mutual thing. Like someone will say it, it's a mutual thing. But as you start going through the relationship, it's more about what you can do for them more than what y'all can do for each other. You know what I mean, Aaron? So everybody, yeah. So my thing is like, you know what? I like my peace of mind. So I like when I come home, there's no arguing, there's no like craziness, you know what I mean? Or there's no like I had to give up that. You know what I mean? Now I'm not in this thing. Well, same thing for the woman too. You know what I mean? It's like, if she has to stop doing something that she feels that's a part of her, you know what I mean? I think it goes the same way both ways. But for me, when I turned 50, I got to the point where, you know what? I'm not going to give up myself to make everybody else happy and me not be happy. So I said, you thought I was acting mean and crazy, but I was like, Aaron,
I did. I thought your ass was crazy as hell.
I remember, and I told you, I was like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to have them happy as hell. You know what I mean? Living their greatest life and me being miserable. I'm not going to do that anymore. So if I don't get what I had to have, then I'm not even going to entertain it at all. So, and that's how I feel about relationships now.
I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate your input. It all sounded good to me. You know what? Hold on. Is that Lindell? Yo, Lindell, the great Lindell, y'all. The great Lindell.
No, that was Nikki.
That was Nikki.
What's up, man? It's good to see you, brother. Is your wife gonna come on? You gonna leave her alone and let her just have her life, or what?
She's coming on, okay.
All right, she can talk.
All right, I'm gonna unmute you, man. I want to hear, what you got to say about men versus women. Since you're a woman right there, I don't want you to go too far, man. Just, don't be disrespectful. Be nice. Be nice to your woman.
I'm always nice. But anywho, what Trenda said, and what Uncle Andre said, I pretty much agree. Especially what Trenda said. I have no type of words. Hey, Trenda hit it on the knocking along with Uncle Andre. It all has to do with pride and communication. Who's in charge and who's second in command. When the one in charge is down, second in command steps up and stuff like that, where a lot of men don't want or do same way for females. It's everything has to do with pride. I had a lot of pride. Shit, you already know I had a lot of pride, and you seen.
Yes, I do.
so I went a lot.
Misled as hell, boy. I'd be like, what the hell? Yo, but let me ask you a question, man. You run it. Who runs what, man? Who runs what in your house, man? What belongs to who?
The household, the man's always in a charge, but it also depends on the man. Like for me, yeah, I might be in charge, but I don't use that. Like we're all a team.
Your team.
You may know something. You may know something that I don't know. So like I follow your lead. I may know something that you don't know, so you have to follow my lead. But we come together. You know, I'm not like other Muslim men where I'm in charge. You do what I say. If not, all this other stuff. I don't do that. I don't appreciate that, and I don't respect it. Like you're in the mess where both of y'all are a team. Someone has to compromise and do whatever. You know, so it's just all about that.
That's what's up, man. That's how you get to stay together. Because I'm not a team. I don't go for the team thing. I'd be like, Aaron paying the bills. It's Aaron's work.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yo, but Tone, thanks for talking. I'm gonna let you. Is Nakia? That's her name.
Yeah.
Is that her name, Nakia?
But she go by Nikki. So, turn on your camera. There you go.
Tony, I'm mute you. Hey, beautiful. How you doing?
Hi.
Did he force you to do this? I don't want you to have to do it if you don't want to do it.
No, he didn't force me.
I know Tony. Tony can be very convincing. How are you today? How's everything with you?
Good.
How you feel about the discussion, men versus women? I mean, do you have anything to say on it at all?
No, I just joined in now. I'm just listening for now.
You just in it. You don't want to be like. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna keep you unmuted. I'm gonna let you just. So if you want to jump in anytime, go ahead and jump in. But this big head over here, with all the writing in the damn chat room, you're the only one writing in the chat room. Unmute yourself. Nobody can hear you. Nobody can hear you.
I said that's right. I'm all about empowerment for men and women. And I feel like some of the things that were said, I totally agree with. And then some of the things I was like, hold it now, slow down a little bit, slow down. We can, and I don't think it's a role in a marriage, like Tone said. If you're supporting each other, that's all that matters. It's days when I'm strong and my husband is not as strong. Again, it doesn't take away who he is in our marriage. It just means I got to step up a little bit extra today to make sure we get things done. And on the days when I'm down and he up, he do the same thing. It's not a role thing. It's about compromise. And I think when people understand it's not a tug of war for the position, it's just us being on the same team. You know, and the one thing I've always quoted from the very first day of meeting my husband was, listen, the world is messed up. You fight a lot of battles traveling in and out of that street. When I come home, I don't want to fight. It shouldn't be a war where I choose my happiness at. So when I close my door, the crazy stays outside of the door. And if you're in here with the crazy, you got to go outside. And that's the short, sweet, simple. I don't want the chaos inside my home. Keep it outside.
You're right about that. You're right about that. You know what, Trevor? I start to like you a little bit more and more every time you talk.
Listen, it's knowledge over here. I'm about love. I'm about family. I'm about.
Now you just brag. I'm gonna your ass.
No, you asked my husband. I'm all about community. Listen, I'm all about community, and if we don't work together, we fail as a whole. And that's raising up the young ladies to the older ladies. We all got and the men keeping each other accountable. You know, if we don't take care of each other, we failing on a grander scale, and that's just the honesty.
That's all good. It's all good. I appreciate that. You know what? It's going on 8 o'clock. We about to end this thing soon. It's up to y'all, though. It's up to y'all. If y'all want to keep talking, we keep talking. If y'all want to end it, we can end it soon. I don't care. But one thing I do notice is Eric look like he sleep, yo. You look at him, he look done, yo.
Who's Eric? I don't think I meant Eric.
Eric is the bald eagle dude. He's over there.
This guy.
Yeah. Oh, you a white?
The only white one. I'm the white guy.
No, you're not the only one, man. There's another white one in there.
Was there?
You're the white guy, though.
He's white adjacent.
But you know, you just light skinned, brother.
Oh man, 5 o'clock comes early, brother.
That's your brother.
That's true.
You gotta go. You gotta get up at 5.
Yeah.
Oh man, go ahead, do your thing, man. You go ahead. Look, you was here. That's all that matters to me. It's good to see you, man.
And to be honest, you know, I felt bad about not showing up before. Like I had a little bit of time in previous weeks, but I was sort of in the same boat as Jeff. So I hope you guys understand my nerves a little bit. You know my situation.
It's all good, man. If you want to, always look, come by just to watch if you just want to watch. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? You part of the crew. You the family. You know what I'm saying? You know we family like that, so it doesn't matter.
I know you like watching.
I do like watching.
Oh my God.
All right.
Aaron, I don't want to know you like that.
No. I'm talking about watching YouTube.
There you go. Me too. Yep.
Yeah, see, why you had to go there and make me a fiend? See, that's why I don't like talking to you all the time.
When I walked into the conversation, y'all was talking about
Jay said he wanted to say something. Jay said he wanted to say something.
Who?
Jay Sizzle.
Jeff.
Who the hell is Jay Sizzle? Oh, shit. I'm looking at Aaron. Go ahead, Jay. Yo, where he at? Where'd he go? I just clicked him and he disappeared. Yo, what?
I guess he wanted to say bye.
Oh, there he is. He's back. Go ahead, man. You want to mute yourself, Jay Sizzle.
And that's my artist name. But since I'm the elder statesman in the room, I figured I'd actually chime in and say something general. For me, I believe that a relationship starts off with honesty and an actual conversation, truth, and making sure that you're being forthcoming about the things that you're thinking, the things that you're feeling, and you can't leave things out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's very seldom about what you say. It's about how you say what you say. If you say it with love, if you use the right words, it doesn't matter if you tell them the breath stinks, wash your behind. It's really about making sure that they understand where you're coming from, but you got to do it in a way that makes sure that they understand that you're not combative with them, because it's supposed to be us on the same side, right?
That's right.
That's my belief. That's how I operate. That's how I was in my marriage. Unfortunately, it takes two to tango. You know, you can't do it by yourself, which is why I think some people get married and they shouldn't. You know, it's just my personal feeling. People get married for the wrong reasons and don't really communicate and ask the really tough and difficult questions. This is my second failed marriage. I'm not embarrassed to say, because I worked my tail off in both of my marriages. But the thing is that you probably shouldn't marry someone if you can't talk about anything and everything. You shouldn't be married. That's the way I feel about it. The moment that you start hiding stuff and doing things that you know your spouse wouldn't like, or saying things that aren't completely true, hiding some of the truth, you're doomed. It's going to just spiral out of control. And my belief is that, if you can't do that, you shouldn't be married. You're not with your soulmate. So, of course, we all make mistakes. I'm not infallible. But if I had to do it again, there are probably some questions that I would ask that I didn't even think to ask before, because it's in the beginning, it's all about lovey-dovey and, oh yeah, we're together, we're doing this. But when things get tough, how do you operate as a team? Because if you ain't operating when it's tough as a team, you just ain't gonna make it, and I found out twice that this is true. No matter, everybody's, he's such a cool guy, he tries. And, I've had sisters tell me in the last year, oh man, you're a great husband. I watch you with your wife and how you operate. None of that means anything if you can't communicate with each other, so you have to be able, to say what's truly on your mind. Sometimes you got to have the tough conversation, not sometimes, all the time you gotta have those tough conversations. And I think I look at couples and a lot of times, it's all fluffy and fun and lovey-dovey. And that ain't when the marriage starts. It starts when it gets tough. And every marriage is tough in its own right. Even at its easiest point, it's tough. So my advice is always just to make sure that you ask all the questions. I know people that get married don't even know, if they are, compatible religiously. If they both want kids, how do you operate when it comes down to money? Do you like to spend your own money? Do you like to keep secrets? Or do you like to talk about things together and work together, to make it, work, make your household work, make your marriage work. And, I saw the couple, I like the way y'all operate, man. And I like the way you think. It's a tough thing, marriage, man. But when it works, it works. It's a beautiful thing. But when it doesn't, when it doesn't work, it'll break the hardest dude. It'll break the hardest woman. And, I'm kind of broken up right now about it because I didn't want to divorce. I didn't want to separate. I still don't. But everybody's got to live their truth. I just believe you got to live your truth up front. If you feel a certain way about stuff, don't pretend. Tell it up front. It doesn't mean that we wouldn't have got together, but we would have been more obvious about specifics of how we feel about certain subjects. And I'm going to start writing a book about that too. About how you need to operate in a relationship. So stay tuned. It wasn't an advertisement for a book, but I'm just letting y'all know.
We just got chapter 1 for free.
Because one thing I know, you know how to speak, man.
Beyond that, I wish anybody who's in a relationship or anybody who's engaged or looking to get married or is actually married, I wish you all the best. But if you're trying to be married, fight for it. Fight for it with honesty. If you're not willing to be honest, you probably shouldn't be married. And, you got to get out.
So Jay, can I ask you a question?
I think you need to work hard at, trying to find each other, find out what you really want, and have those tough conversations.
Go ahead, ask your question.
So Jay, what you just said was very open and very honest. And I feel like any woman that is in a good marriage, did you present the conversation the way you just presented it to us? Did you present that to your wife? Because that's something to really, really kind of sit back and think about. Like if you don't want to separate and you want to fight for that thing that you care about so much, if you presented what you just presented to us to her, could that turn the situation around for your marriage to stay intact?
No. Because this is who I am. This is how I operate. This is how I speak. I talk to my wife all the time. I talk to my wife.
You guys' phones are too close together.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't like you. But I do talk. Anybody who's been around me knows how I talk to my wife. I'm super honest to a fault. I'm willing to have those tough conversations because I don't really care how I look. I'm willing to look like a fool. To my wife, we're supposed to be on the same team. It's just that she has a different idea of what marriage is and what it takes to be married. And That's a big, big deal. If you have a different viewpoint of what marriage is.
Yeah.
If one of you believes that marriage is about being together, working together and communicating, and the other is kind of doing their own thing, it ain't gonna work, you know? And quite honestly, as far as my relationship is concerned, my marriage, I just found out that she has a different idea of what marriage is, you know? So, you know, it gets deep, and I don't want to go too deep on it, but
Understood. No, understood.
It seems like an easy thing. That, you know, I'm sitting here like, wow, a year ago, I never thought in a million years that I would be separated from my wife. You know, but she has a different viewpoint on what it means to be married than I do. So, you know, I bless her all the way though. You know,
Absolutely.
2 days ago I was cussing her out, but you know, I wish her well. Whatever makes her happy, man. I hope she finds what she's looking for. I'm broken up about the marriage, but I'm excited about what the future holds, man. You know, I'm looking forward to what the future holds. And here's what I do know: that nothing good happens when you are not outside of your comfort zone. You know, so for me, being in a comfort zone, I'm not at my best. So, you know, coming outside of the comfort zone, being pushed out of the comfort zone. Did I leave?
No, you're here.
Being pushed outside of the comfort zone allows for me to do so many things now that I never even thought that I would have an opportunity to do. But you know, it's sad to me that, you know, you can't just work it out. But she don't want to be married. And I wish she had told me that in the beginning. It would have been easy, you know. Or if she had told me that she wants a certain kind of marriage, I probably would have been like, okay, yeah, we can do that. But you know, it takes two to tango, ultimately.
Well, I wish you nothing but good luck and then many blessings on this journey that, you know, the next steps of your life and phases. And hopefully that thing mend up a little bit tighter. And like you said, the next one coming through will bless you and be the wife that you're looking for and bring all the things that you know, need to make you.
Listen, I just want to say this, right? Everything in life is an opportunity, yo. Everything in life is an opportunity. If you're willing to take the freedom and make something out of it that you have that you didn't have before, do it, man. I've been through a lot of really hard, crazy, heartbreaking relationships. Not a marriage, though, not a marriage, but relationships that turned me into something that I couldn't recognize. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I think that after I had these operations, I kind of looked at life a little different. I looked at life as if, like, you know, this is it. You don't have no more chances. You have to live every day as if this is the last time I get to do something wonderful. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes you just got to make your heartbreaks and the worst parts of your life work for you. You got to make them work for you. You got to make them be the best thing that ever happened to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at right now. You know, I can't really walk that well. I can't do a whole lot of things that I'm used to doing, but I'm doing this. You know what I'm saying? This, to me, is a great thing. Look, how long would it have been between times that I would see you? Would see any of you? How long would it have been? I'm an introvert. Unless you come to see me, you most likely won't see me. You know what I'm saying? So I said, let me deal with that. Let me deal with that part of my life and try to like bring people together, people that I love and that love me, yo. You know, and have conversations and learn some things that we didn't even know about each other. This to me is like the best part of my life right now. I love it because I'm, you know, Wednesdays and Saturdays I do this, and like it does something for me I can't explain. I can't even explain it. even in my weakest moment, I can't explain how much this is doing for me, Mike. It brings me up. It lets me just enjoy life in a way that I never really bothered to with people.
Oh my God, that's so good.
You know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying my life with people, yo. So listen, if anybody else have anything to say, go ahead and say it now, because you know it's over an hour now. I'm not afraid to go 2 hours, but if you got something that you want to say right now, get off your chest. Raise your hand real quick. Let me get you, and then I'm gonna let it go. All right, Roy. Unmute yourself, Roy. I'll get to you, Arlene, next.
So the one thing that I learned how to do is what we do, me and my significant other, as far as communication, one day a month, we get in, we come into our bedroom. There's no electronics, no anything. We get up on our bed and we call it bedtime. Bedtime is we get everything off our chest once a month that we have issues with one another. Whoever goes first, the other has to be quiet. You speak your piece, you say what's bothering you, you say, you know, whatever you need to say, get off your chest about the other person, but you say it in decency and out of love. It's not out of disrespect, it's not out of ignorance, it's not out of, you know, just being rude or whatever. We had that very open communication and that conversation. Now, I'm not saying that when he say things about me that I don't get annoyed, absolutely, but it makes me become accountable and it makes me aware of some of the things that I am doing to get up underneath of his skin. Because unlike most men, some men will tell you, but some men will sit there and they'll just be like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? And if that be the case, I want him to tell me if it's something that I'm doing that's getting on his nerves. Make me aware of it so that I know when I'm doing it, hey, wait a minute. This is going to get on his nerves. This is going to go off. And I don't want to put him in that position where it's pissing him off or it's getting on his nerves to the point where we can't stand to be around each other and vice versa. Because I don't want to be in any kind of marriage, relationship, anything that you feel like you have to walk around eggshells with your partner. I can't stand that. I've had that. I've had to do that with him on several occasions. Like I felt like I couldn't be myself, or I could not like say what I needed to say to him without walking on eggshells. So that's when I developed that whole bedtime thing. And it works. It really works. I'm not saying it works for everybody, but it gives you a chance to get things out in the open. It gives you a chance to clear your mind, get things off your chest, but it also gives you a chance to be accountable for things that you may not know that you're doing. And it works for us. I don't know if anybody else ever tried that, but it definitely does work for us because it allows us not to go to bed angry at each other. It allows us to clear things up, but it also allows us to, okay, tomorrow's another day. This is a good chance for us to start over. We've cleaned and wiped the slate, and we can just move forward on something positive. And we do this once a month.
The trick is, though, you got to make sure that when your person is talking, you got to hear them. You can't be thinking in your head about what you got ready to say right back to them to defend yourself. You got to hear what they're saying.
Yes, definitely a two-way street.
And
because I've seen that too many times.
I don't listen to react. That's not what I do. Because there's a lot of people who listen just to react to what you're saying. I listen to hear exactly what he's saying to me, and I take it in, even if I am annoyed, even if I do get angry, even if it does piss me off. But at that point, this is how he feels. And I want him to tell me how he feels. So again, we can have that positive and open communication. I'm sure
you don't just use it to load up and shoot back.
No, that's not what it's for. It's not to load up your gun, your weapon, and pow, pow, pow. As soon as he gets finished talking, I'm going back with my ammunition full blown and I'm knocking his brains out. That's not what it's for. It's for me to understand my part and what I played in this relationship that is possibly, if not totally, making him unhappy. I don't want to make him unhappy. I want him to be happy. And in making him happy, I have to understand what's making him unhappy. So I need him to tell me, babe, what am I doing that's making you unhappy? Let's sit down and have these conversations. So that's what our bedtime is for. So that we can fix these things. You got to be able to fix the problems in your relationship, because if you don't, your relationship is definitely not going to function properly.
But I think that's a misconception, because we're always looking at making other people happy. I can't make my husband happy. If my husband is not happy, that's something he has to internalize. If I'm happy and he's happy, we're growing together. We all fight our own personal demons and we all go through our own things in life. I am not responsible to make him happy. And I think we get that misconstrued. He has his own walk, his own way, his own thing. What I have and I bring to the table should enhance the thing. So if I'm doing things he enjoys, like we're cleaning up, we're laughing, we're joking, I'm loving him, I'm supporting him when he's down, that's supporting. It's adding to what's already happy inside of him. If he's a broken, angry, unhappy person, nothing I do is going to make him happy. If anything, it's going to agitate what's broken in him because I'm happy. And then that's going to start to tear away at me and my happiness and what I got going on. When you're in a situation with somebody who's not happy from within, it will tear you down. And that's where the breakdown comes in, because you're happy, you're content. Then this miserable person is coming in, and then you start to get sad and miserable because you adapt and take on their personality. My job is not to make my husband happy. His happiness should come within. What I bring to the table enhances what he already has, and we're growing together in our own situation. So I don't do things to make him, and I hope that doesn't offend anybody, but his happiness is solely on him. Because if I walk away and we're done, he should still be happy. He might be hurt because I left, and a piece of him is, what we built for the last 21 years, it's a miss. But his own happiness, honestly, is sorely on him. And that's not something I knew 21 years ago. I'm just getting this. When we've had our knockdown dragouts and we're back to back, we're not talking, we're not touching. My husband and I have a lot of good conversations. And again, we 21 years in this thing. So when we start to talk and communicate and we look back on the things we did wrong and how we wasn't connecting back then and how we're learning that, hey, you are responsible for you and I'm responsible for you. He said something to me a couple of months ago that was so powerful. He said, baby, I can't make you feel anything. And he's correct. He can't make me feel anything. What comes out of his mouth shouldn't hurt me or determine how I move. Sometimes it does, but if what he's saying is how he feels, that's how he feels. If something's bothering him, that's a him issue, unless it's directly affecting our marriage. If he's upset about something the kid's doing, talk to the kids. If he's upset about something I'm doing, I've been me for 42 years. I can't change that. We have to learn how to be honest with ourselves about who we are, what we are, and what we will not be and what we will not do. Somebody stated earlier, the more you start to, I think it was Uncle Aaron, the more you start to give away yourself, Uncle Andre, the more you give away yourself, the more you lose. When we stop giving away our stuff and start holding ourselves for each other, for ourselves, we become better people.
That's true. I agree with that. I would go with that.
What you saying? That's the accountability part that I'm talking about.
Right.
That's what I'm not saying that you're going to make your spouse happy or your spouse is going to make you happy. And I'm not saying that the issues that your spouse actually has within them is a direct effect of something that you did. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their own level of happiness, whether you come into a relationship with it or when you get into a relationship, you find that your happiness is coming out or somebody brought out your unhappy that has already been in you that you were not aware of. That's something that they have to work on. Like my motto is, if you have a problem and I'm not aware of your problem and you come to me with this problem, then we don't have a problem. That's your problem. I get perfectly what you're saying.
I think if we start to heal our own brokenness before we get in these relationships, it will be so different, because you have men who are dealing with mommy issues, you have girls who are dealing with daddy issues, and you bring all that brokenness into your relationship, and you're expecting your spouse or your mate to fill the shoes of that person that walked out on you or that hurt you or damaged you. And now you're expecting them to fill these shoes and be all these things. That's a high price to pay. And when they don't succeed at making or being the person that they're expecting you to be, all things fall apart. So I think if we start to learn how to heal our own brokenness and take care of our own needs, if you're a whole person, and nobody's at 100% all the time, but if your brokenness and you're not looking for something in somebody else, and you're able to heal that brokenness and take a healthier you into a relationship or situation, it just makes for a better situation in general. Two broke people don't make a whole. You have to be whole within yourself.
All right, I'm gonna let Don talk because you ladies don't took over, yo. Y'all going back. Don, go ahead, brother. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
I just wanted to hear what Miss Eileen had to say.
You want to hear what Miss Eileen had to say? Did you have something to say, Eileen?
She did.
Go ahead, Eileen. Go ahead. Go ahead. Unmute yourself. Go ahead.
So I just want to say at the beginning of the day, you have your law of attraction. You are attracted to someone before you even know them, but something attracted you to them. And then you realize you do like each other and you start to build a relationship. There's been plenty of times that the very first thing that those two people do in that relationship is try to change each other. And then you wake up one day and you realize that's not the person you met. But then at the end of the day, you also have to realize it's your own fault because you changed them. You're right. It's not the person you met. So you have to think about that. Going back to the communication and being whole and knowing who you are, because there's going to be things about everyone. There's always going to be something you're not going to like about someone. So you have to have that honest conversation before it gets serious with yourself to say, is this something that I'm willing to live with for the rest of my life? Is this something like everything else is so great, I can overlook that? And that's going back full circle to in the beginning when we were talking about compromise. And some people say, you have to compromise. I don't want to compromise, all the way my way, or I hit the highway. But you do have to compromise because they're not going to find someone that is 100% exactly what you're looking for. It's a unicorn. It does not exist.
I don't like unicorns anyway.
Me neither.
No. It's fake and phony, yo. I don't trust that shit, yo.
Correct.
Look. It's 8:30. And I'm just going to let you guys know that I appreciate y'all coming here. And I love the fact that you're here. And if you want to come on Saturday, we're going to be doing something on Saturday. Me and Don was thinking of things to do. And we came up with Saturday. What did we come up with? Is forgiveness a choice? That's going to be the next subject. Is forgiveness a choice? Saturday at 7. Look, I think we've gone long enough. We can talk each other to death on this because, opposites, what you gonna do? You know what I mean? But I appreciate all the information. I appreciate the love. And most of all, I appreciate the respect that you had when you were giving it. You know what I mean? So I'm going to end this. And y'all have a good day, yo. This is it. I'll see you next week. Y'all gonna come next week? Y'all gonna come on Saturday, yo?
I might not be here, but I think Nikki probably was. She wanted to get.
That's up to Nikki. Stop talking for your wife, man. I'm gonna
unmute myself. Come on, man.
I can kick you out too. I still got the power. Yo, but I love you guys, man. Y'all have a good one. Enjoy your life for the rest of the night, and enjoy your life. And come back on Saturday if you want to. I will definitely be here. God said he'll be here. Trenda, you can come.
Did you say I can't come over
He's
here?
ready to.
I said you can come. You can come, Roy, too. All y'all. Everybody who's here can come. Saturday. It's all good. I'm into this. Y'all have a good night, all right?
Good night, guys.
All
right, now.
Love you, Don. I love you. Turn the love to everybody.
Y'all.
Later, Gator.
I love y'all.
Nah.